So hello everybody. Good good morning to you. And this morning I would like to just take a couple of minutes and introduce you to some pages I look at when I get up early in the morning to look at maybe the direction that the market is going to be going in on this day. And there's a thing called, if you look at it, if you watch CNBC or listen to the news in the morning, Dow Futures. And there's futures contracts for all stock indexes. But I just, by force of habit, I look at Dow Futures. And it gives you an idea what happened in overnight trading in Hong Kong and Japan and etc. And where the markets are predetermined to head today. So there's a page here called money.cnn.com, which you can see right here. And you should, visit these pages. And here's the pre-market trading, right? So this is the crystal ball thinking of where the market is going to go today. And here's the S&P, right? Probably the S&P. I believe that's the 500, right? Here's NASDAQ. Everyone should know what NASDAQ doesn't have a trading floor, right? NASDAQ is just traded on computer terminals, right? You can go to 42nd Street, Manhattan, and see the NASDAQ office, but there's no trading floor. And here's the Dow, right? So here's the futures, 3 futures, and there's more, but we'll just look at these. And you can see here what's moving pre-market. And right now, the Dow futures are up 130 points, which implies that the market should open by that amount, possibly, when it opens at 9:30. Let me click on this again here so we can see if the numbers have changed since the last time I opened it. All right, so you can see now, as of 5:40 a.m., Dow futures are up 134, and all the other futures are up. So NASDAQ is up too. NASDAQ's the tech stocks, if you're not aware with that. And they have also what stocks are moving. So here was yesterday's close, right? And this is yesterday now. This is the past. The Dow was up almost 100, 98.19, and NASDAQ was up high. So, but I've been taking a hit lately. So, as many of you, if you trade, are aware, last couple months have been tough on me. I lost about $100,000, so it's not fun. All right, there's another page I want to show you, so you should be aware of. And it's called dowfutures.org, as you can see here. And they also show you the Dow futures, right? And here, this was as of 5:50. The Dow is up 131, but they do a little better job here. They graph it. They actually have it from the futures over time. So today, right? So this is intraday Dow futures, right? Dow futures are moving all the time, all right? Kind of, so. Now, there's something I want to show you here. So here's a more historical chart of Dow futures, and you could, change the date and everything. Right, this is different than the regular Dow. This is the Dow futures. But what I want to show you is there's a lot of articles here. I got to find them. And there was. I got to go back up. Oh, hold on. So you can see there's a lot more charts here, right? Nikkei and CAC and over here, right here, it says Dow Futures Basics, right? And if you click on that, you can see there's a whole bunch of investment basics series here. These are really good to know about. And understanding Dow Futures, which is nice. It has 12 parts, right? So they kind of go through a lot of detail, which I'll click on one of them and I'll show you. Understanding Dow Futures Part 1. First I have to get a sip of my coffee. I'm sorry to be a slob. Okay, so the Dow E-mini contract was introduced a few years ago. Many futures traders moved over to the E-mini Dow futures, leaving behind both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Now, I don't know how true this all is, right? Both are still popular with traders. And trade at the $5 increments for each point, which make them more accessible. Now, you can trade on these futures contracts, by the way, and you can make money. So futures contracts are just what they sound like. I'll go into that in more detail at some point. But, they have all kinds of trading that goes on, and, options, of course, too, with futures. And you can read these things. And if you go to page 2 here, see, YM is the ticker symbol for the Dow futures, and ES for the S&P 500, and NQ for the NASDAQ. And here they're traded at 7 p.m. Sunday through Friday. And you can use these either as a reference tool, like I do at 5 o'clock in the morning, to see where markets are going. And you could also trade them and try to make money off them. So I just wanted to show you this. So the other thing I wanted to show you is, let me go back for a minute. I don't know if the Dow is, but anyway, if you look at the futures, you can also see that the market's been down lately. But maybe it was over here. Just to give you an idea. Yeah, let's see. Let's type this. We'll go to CNN site. Let's see. Money site. So here's the actual Dow Jones Industrial Average from December 31st, Monday. All right. And you could see, beginning of this year, there was a big hole here. But if we go out further, let's not go out 5 days. Let's go out 3 months. You can clearly see the trend here was down, right? And I'll even go out 6 months, because then you can really see. Well, you can see here, it was relatively going up and flat, September, and then it started to tank. Okay. Anyway, it's usually a sign that you're losing money when it tanks like this, and I have been. So, alrighty, I just wanted to show you this. You should be aware of all this. Have a good day.